Module 5 is about finding niche-specific blogs, and we're going to learn about footprints and find some. Then we'll get into building useful search query strings using these footprints, and then we'll learn what to do with the results once we find them. Okay, welcome back. We're now on Module 5. What we're going to be doing in this module is finding niche-specific sites that will allow you to place your link on them. So what we're going to use for the most part for doing this is specific footprints to different types of sites. So first of all, what is a footprint? Well, basically a footprint is anything that's specific to a particular type of site that allows us to pinpoint it based on, let's just say, some text on the page that is very specific to these types of sites, maybe that use a certain platform. So they all have this, and it basically, we are able to search for it and leads us back to them. So that's basically what a footprint is. It'll probably make more sense once we get into some examples and I show you how you can start finding your own footprints for different types of sites and platforms. Okay, so let's hop over to Google, and I already have, I'm going to paste in the search query that I wanted. So this footprint basically, so I have in quotes just so it finds it exact on the page, powered by WordPress. So obviously we're looking for sites powered by WordPress. Plus I also want it to say somewhere on the page, leave a comment, because we know most sites that allow comments, they have that text there, leave a comment, and it's exact. So that's why it's in quotes as well. Plus, I want to, this is the niche specific part. I could put any keyword I want in here and we can change it up. I'm just going to, for this time, use photography, just for this run through. And I click search, and you can see the results are mostly WordPress blogs that allow comments. So logic is to work from the top down. The ones that are at the top are ranked higher for a reason, probably given more authority. So let's just click on the first one here. Actually, I've clicked the second, but the first one would have done as well. So we'll wait for this to load up here. And once it loads, we'll scroll down to see if it does, in fact. So it is about photography, black and white photography tips. And we're going to scroll to the bottom. Okay, so there's a comment. Yep. So yeah, there's the leave a comment text that it found. And you can leave the reply. You can put your name, email, which won't be published, and your website. So there's your link right there. And it also allows you to add HTML tags in this comment as well. It's another spot for a link. Okay, so that's one. Now, when you're looking at this, let's just say you didn't know the search term I put in, that they're powered by WordPress and such. So when you're looking for these types of things, you look down around this section that allows you to add this in. And for instance, I see this one here. It says, oh darn, I clicked it. I didn't mean to click it. Okay. It says notify me of follow-up comments via email. Well, that's probably a specific statement that's put there. I don't think the user actually determined that. I think that was put in there by the platform itself. So anything else using this exact same platform and version would have this as well if they wanted the users to be able to be followed up with email. So let's try it. Okay. Let's scroll up here. Go back to... So instead of leave a comment, we're going to put in this footprint term that we just found. It's notify me of follow-up comments via email. Just exactly like that. and search. And you can see there's a lot of sites that have all of that. So again, these are sites that will allow you to put your link on their site. So you can go down through the list, or one by one, see if they're all valid. Not all of them are going to be valid. I mean, hey, it could be some of them might actually be telling you how to do this exact type of thing, maybe. But most of them are going to be relevant. So let's just click another one, forest photography. And scroll down. Get to the bottom. So comments, there we go. So this is the area that they can actually, same thing, you got the option to put your website in as well. Now, and this was the text that led us here, right here, notify me of follow-up comments via email. As you can see, that was just one thing that I chose. You can get out there and start looking at sites and start finding footprints all over the place. I have a big list of footprints that I've gathered. I didn't come up with them all, obviously, but through different forums and stuff on the net, you know, over the years, I've collected them and saved them in one place, and I encourage you to do the same. Take the list I gave you, and when you think of new ones, add them to the list, and it's kind of your go-to list when you start looking for these places to put your links. And same as in the previous module, where I encouraged you to basically do your research in one step and actually placing the links in another step. So manually grab this information, take it, and another day sit down and start placing the links. So maybe, you know, like I said in the other video, if you want to take, you know, 5 a day, 10 a day, whatever your schedule is, maybe it's only 1 a day, 1 every 2 days, just break them up, and once you have the list, it's a lot easier to just go in and post your link rather than having to do the research. Then you don't really know which ones you've put your link on already. So this way, if it's in a spreadsheet, you can just check it off once you have it done. This gives you the idea of what we're trying to do. You can refer to the list of footprints that I have attached with this, and it will show you all of the other combinations that you can do. It's all going to be the same. You're putting it up in your search bar here, and the key is you're going to have your footprint, which is common to every niche, but you got your keyword over here, which is going to be specific to the niche that you're looking for. I think that's the powerful thing with this is you're kind of you're searching these sites yourself, and it's always going to be more natural because you're not following a pack. What I mean by that is if you've got software and it's going to post links in certain places, well, every single person that buys that software is also posting their links in the exact same places. So it's not specific. It's not niche specific. You know, you may have other people doing this method, but they're using their search term for their niche, which is going to bring up a whole different set of sites. So you know, you're not the fear of kind of being penalized by Google because, you know, they determine that a bunch of people are doing this. So that's why it's really natural, and it's very powerful. One more really important point here, or tip, is that with these results, you can also drill down, and as we've seen in the earlier video I showed you, where you can drill it down or filter it by based on time. So you can see, let's say the past hour, has there been anything that fits this criteria or search criteria that's been put on here within the last hour? And sure enough, you can see that there's been 518 results that match our search criteria. So how this helps us is it allows you to find sites that match this criteria that have freshly posted material, so you can be probably one of the first ones to leave a comment. So I have one more tip or pointer here that can really help you get the links you're looking for, and that is you can specify the domain extension that these links come from, or these sites that come up have. So for example, I'm sure you're aware of the .edu extension and how people believe that it's given more authority by Google. Whether that's the reason or not the reason, the .edu sites do tend to be more authoritative. So I'm just going to show you how you can specify those sites, and it works for any domain extension, but we're just going to show you the .edu here, and you can apply it other ways. So we're going to add it to the search here. So after photography, we're going to put in site, colon, then we're going to put in quotes and asterisks, which is basically the star there. That is a wildcard character, so that means it can be anything before what I'm going to type now, which is .edu. I'm going to close the quote. So that's saying anything with that domain extension can be any domain name itself. That's what the wildcard covers. I'm going to hit search, and you can see what comes up here. These are all sites that have the .edu extension, but even better, they match our other criteria here, which means it's very likely that you'll be able to leave a comment and add your link on this site. So same thing applies. Grab these sites, add them to your sheet, your Excel sheet, and you've got your work cut out for you for actually manually posting these links, your link on these sites.